Hi, everybody. I'm Butch Stearns for Football Nation. Time to dive into another icy issue on ColdHardFootballFacts.com. Kerry Byrne from Cold Hard Football Facts. John Skelton, the starter for the Arizona Cardinals. According to you, this was a no-brainer.
Absolutely. You know, the problem with the Cardinals, they gave all that money to Kevin Kolb last year, and he's just not an elite quarterback. There's no reason they should have gave them that money.
Are they feeling the same way about Matt Flynn in Seattle? That's another icy issue.
Another issue for another day. The thing about John Skelton, he may be a hidden gem. He's not put up great numbers, but he wins football games. If you just look at how the Cardinals have done in recent seasons, 13-9 over the last two seasons, but 7-4 with Skelton at quarterback, 6-15 in games when he doesn't play quarterback. And the thing is, like I said, he does not put up great numbers, Butch, but in the clutch, he may be the best clutch quarterback in football, and nobody knows it. He has a remarkable track record of helping that team pull out games in the last minute.
Kerry, you and the trolls at Cold Hard Football Facts, we say that with all due respect. They love being called trolls. You guys, when you look at only 11 games, is it a large enough sample? That's a small sample.
No, it's a very small sample, and I don't want to overstate the case for John Skelton and say he's the best quarterback in football. He's far from it. The Cardinals could struggle this year. But he does have a little bit of statistical mojo that makes you wonder does he have it? You know, everyone always talks about it. He appears to have it. To have 6 fourth-quarter comebacks in only 11 starts, Aaron Rodgers, 62 career starts, only 6 fourth-quarter comebacks himself. For a guy everyone think, for the reigning MVP, for some reason this team has been able to pull out close games in the clutch. And just look at some numbers. He has more fourth-quarter comebacks than Rodgers in just 11 starts. He has just as many game-winning drives. And what everyone says, Butch, is, well, Aaron Rodgers, the Packers are always ahead, and he doesn't have a chance for fourth-quarter comebacks. Not the case at all. In fourth-quarter and overtime opportunities, Aaron Rodgers 3-20, the worst record in football when his team is down in the fourth quarter. 3-20. John Skelton 7-1 in fourth-quarter comeback and overtime opportunities. Like I said, I don't want to say he's a great quarterback. He could, be a total bust this season, but for some reason, that team wins in the clutch, and we're going to follow that storyline all year.
Well, final comment. Again, I think Seattle is a good analogy here. They spent all that money on Matt Flynn, and all Russell Wilson has done is impress and show that he can play at this level, at least in the preseason.
Yeah, and you don't know. I mean, he was a good quarterback at Wisconsin. You wonder why, the Seahawks, kind of like the Cardinals did last year with Kolb, dished out a lot of money to Matt Flynn because he had a couple nice games in a backup role. He almost beat the Patriots a few years ago, had that epic performance with 6 touchdowns against the Lions last year. But, teams fall in love with players that maybe they shouldn't fall in love with. And maybe a guy like Skelton proves to be, kind of that hidden gem. Remember, nobody thought Tom Brady could play football 10 years ago. And I'm not comparing John Skelton to Tom Brady. But what I am saying is that sometimes gems arise that nobody sees coming. And he does have a little something. He does have it, and I want to see how it unfolds this year.
Argue if you want, Packers fans, but the numbers back it up. Kerry Byrne of Cold Hard Football Facts. This is Football Nation.